Welcome to the channel. My name is Matthias. Today we're going to talk about Mighty Thor, issue 700, written by Jason Aaron. It was the Jane Foster era of Thor, where Thor, Odin's son, was unworthy and he was walking around with this enchanted axe during this time. And I feel like a lot of people skipped over this era of Thor, and it's a shame because I feel like Jason Aaron killed it on this series. Now, even though I did mention that I really loved Aaron's run on Thor, this particular issue is a mess. There's too much going on. During his Thor run, and I also seen him do this on his Avengers series, he would always have an A plot, a B plot, a C plot. There's a lot always going down in each one of these issues. But with Thor, you would get A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Now, they wouldn't all happen at the same time in each issue. Maybe the D and C plot would drop away for a couple of issues and then pop up 3 issues down the line. And then he would drop the G and E plot. I hope that what I'm saying makes any sense. But the thing is, in issue 700, you have every single subplot that he was working on the Thor series happen at the same time. Now, the main plot to the story is that Jane Foster Thor has to deal with She-Hulk. Now, I don't know what's the deal with She-Hulk during this time. She's gray and she has like all these green scabs all over her body. She's just totally freaking out. She's full-on monster mode. Jen Walters was found in an alley in this weird manic state. She was taken to a hospital, the same hospital where Jane Foster works. The doctors think that Jen Walters is going into cardiac arrest. They want to administer medication. When she converts into She-Hulk, she starts destroying part of the hospital. When Jane Foster Thor obviously springs into action, they lock into battle. The battle that we get, it's pretty epic, but you start realizing that they're leveling a couple of city blocks. Jane Foster realizes this and takes the whole conflict to the area near an airport. Jane Foster barely is able to stop She-Hulk. She's actually saved by Throg. Also, this story has a brief little story with Throg. That's fun. Then the story cuts to Unworthy Thor, who's trying to save Karnilla, who is the Queen of the Norns. During this time, we had the beginning of the War of the Realms, and Malekith was going after the Queen of the Norns because he wanted to cut all the strings of destiny, set him loose. And Odin's son actually fails in trying to save Karnilla. Then we cut to Volkstag, one of the Warriors 3, the fat one, who during this time, he actually became another Thor, War Thor. Now, I have to backtrack because I don't have the issues where he was able to get his hands on this Thor hammer that actually came from the Ultimate Universe. It's actually one of the very few things that survived the multiversal collapse after Secret Wars, landed on 616 Earth. The thing is that Volkstag was able to find this hammer, he lifts it up, and he becomes this incredibly aggressive, war-hungry Thor. He is hell-bent on trying to stop the War of the Realms, but he's killing fire demons left and right. He actually is imprisoned. He was taken to Asgardian justice. And what happens is the Warhammer comes back and helps liberate him. He's back to being War Thor. Then the story cuts back to a very young Thor before he was able to lift up Mjolnir in all his adventures to try to become worthy in the first place. Something pretty interesting that we get to see from this time is Loki is very different from modern Loki. Like, the guy's really big and built. Then we cut to the far future where Thor has become much like Odin, but a good Odin. He comes to Earth, he's trying to help humanity. Something terrible has happened to humanity in general because all civilization has been wiped out and they're just dispersed in little tribes all across the globe. Then we jump into a further future where we have a battle between Ego and Galactus, where Galactus has the Necro Sword, where Ego is able to defeat Galactus, and I was going to say get his hands on the Necro Sword, but he sort of like absorbs it. It's a pretty gruesome battle. Then we cut to Malekith, where you see all his machinations in trying to take over all the 9 realms. Then you cut to Hela, who's hanging out with Thanos. Don't know what's the deal with them. But at the end of the story, we get a freaking awesome return of one of my favorite villains, Magog. The guy's like Juggernaut on steroids. So I'm leaving this video here. I hope you guys liked it. See you guys next time. Bye.